Thank you. Well, the Prime Minister could delay the announcement of Labor's 2035 emissions reduction target. This is according to the Australian today. The prospect of a target being announced before a February deadline was left open by a spokesperson for Chris Bowen. Joining us live now, the Shadow Climate Change and the Energy Minister, Ted O'Brien, on a few different topics today. Ted, good morning to you. On that basis,
good morning.
Announcing anything pre-February, that looks unlikely. You fussed by that?
I'm not surprised, Pete, because it just goes to the complete and utter disaster of Labor's energy and climate policy. You know, over the last couple of weeks, we have found out that since Labor has come to office, emissions haven't come down, they've actually gone up. We found out too that we could have blackouts as soon as this summer. We are rapidly running out of energy. And we've also found out that investment in renewables has stalled. So everything is turning very bad very quickly for Labor. And I think they're too scared to come out with any more of their sort of future forecasts, which have been based on nothing but prophecy and lies, candidly.
By not having a forecast on 2035, though, they've turned it on you by not having a forecast for 2030 or a plan, they say, for 2050.
Well, they don't have a plan whatsoever for 2050, but they did announce before the last election their plan for 2030, and that included a $275 reduction in household power bills. Fail. They promised that they'd be able to actually achieve a 43% reduction in emissions on 2005 levels. Fail. They promised they'd be able to keep the lights on and actually get renewables in the grid. Fail. Every single thing they promised has failed. They're in government. They've got all the resources of government, Pete, and they still are not prepared to come clean with their costings, with their plan, and now they're holding back on the emissions target, not on behalf of a political party in a campaign, but the Australian government. They're breaching the very commitments that only a few months ago they were screaming about must be kept.
All right, well, on the topic of renewables, there's an interesting piece in the Australian this morning that talks about foreign raiders who've been given access to Anthony Albanese's Future Made in Australia funding vehicle. That's under the $1 billion Solar Sunshot program. Little digging, though, has found applicants only need an Australian business number to be eligible. Does that contradict the whole point of Future Made in Australia?
Pete, it absolutely does. So a non-resident can always apply for an ABN, an Australian business number. So think about this. This is the future made in Australia policy of the Albanese government. Except one, you actually don't have to be an Australian-owned business. Two, you don't even have to use Australian content. And three, you can take the project offshore if you want.
Or China.
So this isn't Australian-made, it's Australian-funded. It could be, you know, made in China, funded, courtesy of the Australian taxpayer, and Anthony Albanese will be there for your ribbon cutting.
Interesting. We'll have to leave it there, Ted.